As we all know, Vice President Kamala Harris released her medical records this past Saturday, and they were very much unremarkable. She has no major health problems. She's got nearsightedness. She's got seasonal allergies, and she's got urticaria, which is a common, skin condition. Nothing serious. That's it. And I may have pronounced that wrong, but anyway, I'm not so good with medical terms sometimes, but that's the way it is. And after she released these medical records on Saturday, Donald Trump basically spent the rest of the week, Sunday through right now, freaking out about it on Truth Social, trying to tell us that Vice President Harris is somehow suffering from seriously debilitating medical conditions. Now, of course, it all began before he even attacked her, very minor, non-threatening medical conditions. It started with him saying she needs to take a cognitive test. I had to take one and I aced it. I am the greatest. Nobody ever tasted. And the doctors were all so impressed. But she should take one. She's got serious mental problems. That's what Donald Trump told us on the weekend. And apparently his anger about her releasing her medical records did not end there. So he continued throughout the week, at one point saying, Harris is dying to see my cholesterol, which is 180. And then he said he already released his medical records, including quite recently, and they were flawless. Except you haven't. You haven't released anything. And by the way, I'm going to call you out right now. Your cholesterol is 180. Bull. Your campaign spent $31,000 just at McDonald's in the last 18 months. There is no way your cholesterol is 180. You do not exercise. You believe, you've said this in interviews, that the body is born with a finite amount of energy and exercising expends that energy and you can never get it back. That's how much you know about the human body, by the way. But there is no way in hell your cholesterol is 180. So I decided to look up, what is a good cholesterol for a man of that age, a man of that weight? And you know what they say is optimal? About 180. So what happened, I'm assuming, is that either Donald Trump or one of his staffers did the same thing I did, right? Like, okay, if he weighs this much, if he's this old, if he's this tall, what is the optimal cholesterol level? And they found 180, just like I did. So just say it's 180, dude. Just say 180. That's considered perfect for you. And that's what happened. Because that is a very specific number that he chose. And I guarantee you it is a very specific number that is not accurate for his McDonald's built body. But he continued in another post talking about, her seasonal allergies, and said, these are deeply serious conditions that clearly impact her functioning. Maybe that is why she can't answer even the simplest of questions asked by 60 Minutes and others. What is this all about? I don't have these problems. Yeah. Kamala Harris didn't answer any questions from 60 Minutes, even though she did, because of her seasonal allergies. Her seasonal allergies have messed with her brain, Donald Trump thinks. The man who dozens and dozens and dozens of mental health professionals for the last 8 years have warned us is severely cognitively impaired, thinks that Harris is impaired because she has seasonal allergies. Yeah, this is the kind of guy we want making decisions about healthcare here in the United States, right? A man who thinks that your brain is going to turn to pudding if you have seasonal allergies. But there is a reason Donald Trump has continued this week-long freakout. As I mentioned, he has not released his medical records in spite of the fact that back in August, he said he would gladly release them, right? I got nothing to hide. I'll release all my medical records. And then he never did. So this week, a group of 230 doctors and nurses and other health professionals wrote an open letter calling on Donald Trump to release his medical records. Here's what they put in the letter. On August 20th, Donald Trump said he would, quote, very gladly release his medical records. In the 55 days since, he has yet to do so. With no recent disclosure of health information from Donald Trump, we are left to extrapolate from public appearances. And on that front, Trump is falling concerningly short of any standard of fitness for office and displaying alarming characteristics of declining acuity. The American people deserve to have confidence in their elected officials' mental and physical capacity to do the jobs that they've elected them to do. Trump ought to be going above and beyond to provide transparency on his physical health and mental acuity, given his advancing age. Again, those are healthcare professionals. Those are doctors. Those are nurses. Those are people who see these kinds of things every day. And they're like, dude, you got to release this. From what we see, you're in very bad shape. And if you're in bad shape, the public needs to know it. We need to know if you've been diagnosed with something, physical or mental, that could impair your ability to serve as president of the United States. Before we cast our votes, we should be able to know that. But Trump won't do it. Instead, he's like, take my word for it, my cholesterol's 180. Other than that, I'm also in perfect health. But Kamala Harris, on the other hand, though, those seasonal allergies, oh man, yeah, that, according to Trump, is going to be the undoing of America. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.